Right, as you can see, just put a bit of compost in there. If you're really bothered about how much, to be exact, put about 2 inches of compost in the bottom. As you can see, just something for them to sit on. Now, just take your seed potatoes, just put them in the corners. I know it doesn't exactly look like they're in the corners on the video, but they are. And make sure you've got the eyes sticking up. Now don't worry if they're like this, don't go breaking them off. That's not good for the potato. Ideally you want some of the chittings like this. Let me zoom in. You know, small, but it doesn't matter, because if you break these off, the potato's got to put the energy into producing them, not into growing. So just put them in the 4 corners. You can put one in the middle if you really want, but I don't think it's the best. Maybe if you've got bigger buckets. Now I'm going to try and do this one-handed. So yeah, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's going to be a challenge. Now you just simply, if I can get the compost out, just sprinkle a little bit over. Just like that. Just cover them and then cover the whole thing. Just want to cover them. Now there's 2 ways to do this. There's pros and cons to each, so I urge you to do your research. I suppose it also depends on how much compost you've got as well. Now you can literally do about 4 to 6 inches of covering with compost. Maybe you might need a little bit more if they're a little bit leggy like this fucker here. But that's not a problem, providing you got enough compost. But they just need to have a ready supply of food and nutrients ready for them to be absorbed. Now what you can do is you can fill this roughly halfway and even 3/4 of the way. Now that can cause issues with them being able to grow. But I don't want that in there. But in the long run, you'll end up probably getting a better harvest. So it all depends on how much compost you've got, how much time, because in the beginning they're going to struggle to get to the surface. So yeah, but this is how you plant them. Dead easy. There's nothing to be intimidated. I'm sorry if I offend any purists out there, but come on, it's just dirt, covering, and a bit of water. Now I know certain things that are growing are a lot harder, but believe me, if I can do this, you can do this. So it's on a bit of a slant, so that's why it's not very even. It's the easiest way for me to record this one-handed. So once you've finished with about your 4 to 6 inches, depending what you're going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit more in because I've got a little bit more compost. Just give them a bit of water, and there you go. And in future parts, I'll show you the progress of these, because I've planted 5 buckets worth. Originally I had 20 of these buckets, but people like to steal my shit, and I end up only with 5. Now probably by now you've seen the video of my new plot, so hopefully that doesn't happen on here. So hopefully it'll be some good growing. Right, I hope that helps someone. Peace. Right, well, I've been here a while, so I'm sure if you remember how it was earlier. It's not perfect, but I've cut a lot back. Need to do a lot more over there, but it just grows too quick. Don't know what I'm doing about these brambles yet. Planted 5 buckets. As I stated, originally I had 20, now I'm down to 5, so yeah. But hopefully going to be down here tomorrow or the day after to cut more back. Hopefully my weed membrane will turn up by then. so I can just try and control some of this grass and weeds. Gonna order some more buckets. I mean, I cleared all this back not long ago. You wouldn't believe it though. It's a bit long over here, but I managed to trim a little bit back here. I think it looks a lot better. I walk around the other side. It's not very good, but I did a quick once over. So, I mean, this is a lot better than it was. Done a bit of clearing back on the path. I know that I never showed you that in the past, but it is what it is. I think Jenny done this bit, but this is my bit, so I've cut a little bit back up there. So it still needs a lot of work. I mean, look at all these brambles, but there's the bit where I've been trying to get a lot done. I did cut all this back along with all the grass, but again, you wouldn't believe it. It's a nightmare. There's my, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. I keep saying it, but see, I cut a little bit back here, even though I don't look it. Right in here, that was a lot higher. Just a quick little once over. So, got to take care of this at some point. So, it keeps coming off. I can't get in there. Cut a little bit of this back, but as you can see, it just needs so much work. I mean, all these brambles, it's nuts. Especially when you're doing it organic without pesticide. But that's it, I'm out. Peace.